So my name is José James, and I'm a vocalist and composer, lyricist, and performer.
Touch your body, love to touch your body, love to touch your body, love to touch your body.
My goal is to combine all the music I love, jazz, soul, hip-hop, blues, funk, into one thing. And every day I'm getting closer and closer to that sound and that goal. My new album is called Black Magic, and we actually just finished it in the studio today. So this is a great moment, celebration. I'm not sure exactly, track by track yet. We're gonna lock it down, but we have, Flying Lotus on board with some amazing Bananas tracks, because he's crazy. My man Moody Man, Detroit, sent through a lovely, lovely, lovely track. And my man Taylor McFerrin in Brooklyn got some really lovely stuff. Some of my own compositions, a blend of live, a blend of beats, a blend of hip hop, a blend of soul, with a little bit of jazz, sprinkled throughout. So I'm really excited. I think, people are gonna see like a new side of me. If they've come either from Lotus, hearing like a track we did together last year, they're gonna hear like an expansion of that work. And if they've come from like the jazz world, hearing some stuff with Giles Peterson, they're gonna hear that, as well. I'm trying to like make these worlds shake hands. I'm trying to like make these people see that they all love the same kind of stuff. They just don't know it yet. My creative process is basically, it's pretty fluid. I'm realizing like for my stuff, it's kind of like a weird blend of hip hop and jazz. Because most of the music that I grew up with had like jazz as a sample. So it's just a stab, it's just a loop. So like The Dreamer is just like 3 chords, like over and over again, like a loop. And it's a lot of people don't really realize like the hip hop that's like in my work, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's jazz too, but like you grow up listening to like samples over and over, you know what I mean? And then it's like, how can you make music out of that? So I just kept playing this for like half an hour, just like this. Like, it was weird. And I said, I saw the dreamer raise his hand into a sky of light and love. So I started playing stuff by myself on the piano and getting into this little locked-in rhythm, and then the words and the melodies come from that. So I always have like a mood. And since I work with live musicians often, like they flesh it out, and then live it becomes like a whole, like living composition. It's hip-hop, but it's also a thing that John Coltrane would use, like a small idea played over and over, and he would like superimpose something complicated on something simple. So that's where I'm coming from. The purpose of this project is to show people versatility in American music. Now I'm working with Flying Lotus. I like working with him because I'm coming from the same place. Like for me, I love Nat King Cole, I love Marvin Gaye, I love Andre 3000. To me, it's all the same thing. And I'm drawing on all these different influences, working with different people who are working now to make something that's classic, but that's also relevant to today's music, today's people. So that's the goal.
I feel so close to you, and then I feel so close to me. Yes, I said I started with the feeling of together. So why do I feel getting close to you? Losing you would make the worst had come true. Oh, yes, and holding you is all I seem to want to do. Want
I've had a lot of different defining moments in my career. I think last year at the North Sea Jazz Festival was pretty crazy as a performer. That's when I really got it, like that this was like my music is super international and people were like feeling it like hardcore. Like I walked on the stage and there was like 1,000 seated and an overflow. Everyone just went crazy and I was like, wow, like, okay, you know what I mean? And it was one of my best shows actually. You know, it's funny because like you have the performer and then you have like the recording as well. I know when I did this track, Black Magic, with Lotus, you know, I had done a lot of live stuff and I hadn't really done a lot of tracks, especially not like hip hop stuff, especially not stuff like him. So I was a little intimidated at first and then I did the track and it came so easily. And I was like, wow, I could really do both, you know? So that was like, I'd say those are the two highlights, like musically, that have defined like where I'm at right now. Yeah. All right, I'm in Vegas. There's like 30 elephants. I come drop down. No, for real. Like, I mean, this is my dream gig. You know, it's funny because like I am at the dream of my childhood right now. I am the dude that I was like, yo, I'm gonna be that dude. I'm gonna be in New York. I'm gonna be like doing jazz. I'm gonna be doing hip hop. Like when I was a kid, it was so clear.
You can't swallow. Make a bill, take a follow. Beg a still by a borrow. Like the place you go hoping. Hope the meaning of knowing.
Talking about like Tribe when they first came out, or De La, or Digable Planets. And it was all so like combined. It was all so positive and jazzy and fresh. I have another dream for later in life, but I know to achieve that dream, you know, like working with orchestras and things like that, like big scale projects, you know, like a Coltrane album, things like that. I know that what I'm doing will lead me to that stuff. So, you know, I'd say, you know, this is my dream project, working with Flying Lotus, working with Giles Peterson, you know, working with Taylor McFerrin, working with Moody Men. You know, all these people are artists that I've looked up to, and here I am, you know, working with them now. So this is the dream.
This the drop of the needle. This the top of my people. My intention is legal. My retention is lethal. Bump the shit while you're rolling. Roll the shit till the morning. Morning come in its own way. Like to live to the dawning. Put away all the nonsense. Will you stay with me, darling? Will you stay with me, darling? Show you what I have done. Build your screen to a moment. Like the place you was born.